Today we're gonna transform your sound from this, actually more like this, to this. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Baris, Alkis, and in this channel we talk about photography and filmmaking. In this video I want to talk about something that I'm really passionate about. The sound of my little studio space. I've always hated it, and recently I think I solved the problem. At least I can watch my videos without sound bothering me, on my own videos even. See, I live in an apartment where there is no such thing as soundproofing. It's very echoey and I don't have a lot of furniture to fill the space. So since the beginning of my channel I struggle with audio. Let's watch this clip for a second.
Okay, so today I have the Fuji X-T4 which is recording this footage.
Horrific sound. And I've experimented and tried different things in different microphones. And finally I've fixed the issue. It's getting a lot better. With every new video, I'm finding a way to work with my space. Now, because I've been experimenting for a bit, I have some knowledge that I can share with you all. Let's get to it. Now, let's talk about what kind of mic you should be choosing. The mic that I have is a Comica VM20. I've used other Comicas in the past, but I'm confident in saying that my issue really wasn't the microphone. It was my placement and it was my settings. And then a company called Fifine actually sent out a mic to me. But this is a condenser mic and I don't really want to show it on screen. I want the sleek look where the mic is not in your way. That might change in the future, but for now I do like the clean look. It's a great mic and I still use it for voiceovers and some client work and stuff, but my go-to mic for vlogging outside, for anything in the studio, is the Comica VM20. And my favorite thing about this mic is that it's rechargeable. You don't need to rely on batteries. You just have to remember to charge it. One more thing to charge. It's worth it. Now, the biggest thing with this whole sound thing is where you actually place the mic. I place the mic really close to me. I place it so that it's literally above the frame. You see, it's actually just up here. This is where it's at. The trick to this whole thing is to actually place it so close to you, and it needs to sort of point towards your chest. That was the biggest issue I was facing with before. And you know, I've been there too. I've looked at those Amazon foam things that you put on the ceiling. I just never thought they would do the trick for me. They could help if I was to still install those things, but I would say 80% of this whole sound thing is where you actually place the mic. Now that you guys can see, it's that close to me. But how did I get it up there? Now, the way I mounted my mic, I have a 24-inch Manfrotto friction arm, and I mount this onto my C-stand, and it's actually positioned right below my main light. And let's say you don't have a C-stand. When I'm not filming in this main station, I have another method where I actually connect this mic. In order to make this work, you're gonna use a few things. You're gonna need a friction arm or a boom arm, and you're gonna wanna mount this somewhere. You could do this in any way. Another alternative way that I do this is if I don't need my monitor, I just use that friction arm to connect my mic and I get really close to my camera. And most of the time when I'm filming in studio, I don't need my monitor that much, but that's what I do. And there are many ways to put the mic really close to you. Like if you don't have anything that I've mentioned, don't worry about it, just get creative. In the beginning, you know, there was a point where I was just starting out. I was experimenting with this whole thing. I used to connect my mic into a vacuum arm. Like I literally used to tape it on there and use that as a boom. Get creative and do what you can do with your space. Right now, at this point, I'm working with C-stands, but there are definitely other ways of doing it. And then you're gonna power on your mic and there's settings to use on mic. The way I approach it is I use everything as stock. I don't really use any of the filters. I don't really use any of the decibel boosters, because the way I look at it is I don't want a lot of sound. I want quality sound, quality over quantity. You know, your mic might have like a plus 10 decibel or plus 20 decibel, whatever it is. I suggest not using that. Again, experiment with your space. What works for me may not work for you. I manipulate the audio in post. Now, this is gonna point us to someone else. You see, when I was learning about audio, there was a creator that I ran into. His name is Sam Holland. He actually has free audio presets, or you can get paid ones that'll give you more options and more places to implement your audio to. But his stuff is just amazing. It cuts the work down so much for you. After using his presets, I just need to manipulate it a tiny bit and off I go. So I'm gonna put a link down to his channel. Definitely check him out and download some of the free presets he's offering. And if you want to get the paid ones, go for it. After I slap on his presets, I just go to Denoiser and then play around with the Denoiser just a little bit. Now, there is no right or wrong with this. Everyone has a different space and everyone has different kind of noise levels based on where they live, where they film. So again, this is about experimenting, and this can get really psychological. Sometimes when I think I sound really good, next day when I check it, it sounds horrible. So when learning, give yourself time before you upload. Test out a few things, sleep on it, and then revisit it next day. You're gonna notice some other stuff. So after using his presets, I do the denoiser just to get rid of some extra noise, and here I am sounding better than ever. Although I think I sound a lot better in real life. I don't like how I sound on videos. Okay guys, so that was it for today. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Thank you so much for being here. Again, if you can't afford it, don't worry about getting those friction arms or a C-stand. Just do what works for you. This is where creativity really comes in. If you do enjoy videos like these, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.